Drop sets, supersets and rests. So let's start by explaining drop sets. So drop set is a technique for continuing an exercise with a lower weight once the muscle failure has been achieved at a higher weight. Drop sets are an efficient way to make progress while spending less time in the gym. You can also combine it with other time-saving methods such as supersets, which I'll explain a little bit later in this video. So working the muscle until maximum fatigue is usually the outcome and goal from choosing drop sets as a training method. But this is not paramount. You can use machines, dumbbells and barbells for drop sets. So barbell drop sets can be a little bit tricky because you need to re-rack the barbell and remove plates between each set. This can be a little bit dangerous if done quickly or by yourself. So as an example, you could use, say, a bench press. It is easier with dumbbells and machines. You've got pin-loaded machines with them that black plates where you can choose a lighter weight or heavier dumbbells, pick a heavier one up or move the pin to go light or heavy. So bicep curls and shoulder flies are traditionally used with this type of method. If you're in a hurry, you may want to run the rack like this. Set 1, choose a weight you can do, say, 12 reps to failure with. Set 2, you have no breaks. Move down the rack and choose a lower weight that allows you to do 10 to 14 reps. Set 3, you keep moving down the rack, choose a weight that allows you to do 10 to 14 reps. Set 4, keep moving down the rack, choose a weight that allows you to do 10 to 14 reps and so on. You need to experiment with drop sets to figure out the right weight for you because everyone has different strength and muscle endurance levels. Now the downside to drop setting is if you use drop sets excessively, you might become fatigued and possibly injured. As with all types of training, excessive workloads can lead to overreaching and overtraining. So drop sets are not the best training strategy for improving strength. They are more focused on training for hypertrophy, which is muscle building. Supersets. A superset can be used to increase strength or hypertrophy, muscle building, or even both. Supersetting is where you move quickly from one exercise to a separate exercise without taking a break or rest in between. There's both the exercises. Typically, you will take a brief break to catch your breath or grab a drink after both exercises have been done. So this also gives time for the muscles to recover. So there are two main ways which supersets can be performed. These two ways are quite different, and thus the results from them are completely different. So the two main types of supersets are opposing muscle group supersets and the same muscle group supersets. So think about it this way. If you could work all the muscles together that are connected with the pushing motions and then work all the muscles together that are connected with the pulling motions, there's more on push and pull movements on the mechanics and movement video in Units 9. So for example, you could perform, say, a pushing exercise, say like a bench press, and then an opposing exercise which would be a barbell row. This technique will allow the opposing muscle group to recover while you're doing the other one. So, or if you wanted to fatigue both muscle groups as quick as possible and add maximum stimulus to the group of muscles that work together, you could do two pushes together. So you could do a bench press and a tricep extension, or bench press and a shoulder press. Or if you wanted to do some pulling exercises, you could choose a pull-up and a bicep curl or bent over row, for example. So advantages of supersets. Supersets can be used as a way to do more exercises in a given length of time. While your muscles are still recovering from one set, you are performing another exercise rather than taking a break. You can switch back to the first exercise, perform another set and continue with the pattern until you need a break or a drink, some recovery. Supersets play an emphasis on stamina as well as the ability, as the lack of a break between sets can be extremely challenging. Rest periods. Let's talk about rest. Very important, very important. So rest periods are important between sets because if you are a beginner or you are training for strength, then without any rest, you will feel more fatigued and then every single rep will feel harder than it actually is. Now, if you're an experienced trainer and you're looking to get fitter as well, then this is a really good way to increase the intensity of the workout. This is where CrossFit comes in. But this could mean that you are not maximizing every single repetition, resulting in less of the required stimulus to maximize progressive overload. Progressive overload is what you need to hit. There can be a video on this as well to maximize your results basically. So which means you won't be getting as good results compared to having a small rest in between each set. So resting for too long in between each set means we are not maximizing our time efficiently, and we will become disillusioned with the workout and ultimately lose all motivation in the workout too. So different exercises require different amounts of rest periods. If you are wanting to build muscle, then we need to accommodate the blood and the lactic acid being released from around the muscles so we can train them again. Strength, we need to let our nervous system rest between each heavy lift. For hypertrophy, muscle building, you are looking at no more than a minute. If you're training for strength, it needs to be a maximum of say 4 minutes and a minimum between 2 to 3 minutes depending how fit of an individual you are. Anything under a minute will increase lactate threshold. This is how athletes train, or this could be your HIIT training, could be your CrossFit training where people are training to increase their lactate threshold, which is your endurance for your muscles. So with a goal specifically to increase their performance rather than increase muscle size or their strength, this is how athletes become better at their chosen sport.